Hey guys, CB Warrior here, bringing you another video from our last war, and the point of this video is to look at deployment of your heroes and having a goal for how you're going to use your heroes, and the importance of having a high level hero and having a point to how you want to use those heroes is extremely important as you get in higher town halls. The king is an absolute beast. The queen is just a crazy sniper in this game. So you want to be able to use them to the greatest benefit possible, because that is going to be a big difference between a 2-star and a 3-star as you get into higher max town hall 9s and 10s and things like that. So I'm going to look at several different areas. One is queen walks. Another is the timing of when you drop your heroes, where to drop your heroes, and all of that. So the first one we're going to look at is number 1 Sun. And the reason why we're going to look at this one is he just has to come in with a queen walk. And one of the things when you decide you're going to come in with a queen walk, you are committing a lot of camp space to those healers. So you want to make sure that you're going to get as great a benefit as you possibly can from him. So right here, I'm going to say something. He's coming in on this corner. I think it's a great idea. It's a good job for funneling. My thing was right here, 2 of the 3 defenses in this corner have already locked onto his queen, those 2. This one has not. But if he were to wall breaker in right there, and they would go right there, he could get into this section then. His queen will step up after taking out this building, that defense, that cannon, that arch tower, and that. She's going to step up, hit that, and then that air defense. And the reason why I point that out as being extremely important is that she's going to end up walking down here because he does not wall break her in, and that bird drags his healers right into range of this air defense, and his healer's going to go down, and that's wasted camp space at this point in time. That is not the point of queen walk. A queen walk is that those healers stay up for the whole raid. That is the point of having 4 healers on your queen and doing a queen walk, is that she's not supposed to die at all during the raid, or as long as possible. If she does die, okay, fine, it happens, but you want that to be at the end of the raid, or at least halfway through the raid, not right away, because essentially what's going to happen is she's going to take care of the stuff right there, and she's going to start being on the wall, and she's going to come in here, and that king is going to take her out. So essentially, she doesn't even complete the funnel, and he's not really getting the max benefit out of his queen. Had he wall breakered in here, she would eventually push down here, and there's nothing with those 4 healers on her that is going to stop her, because his kill squad's going to come in and take care of that Inferno Tower. If his kill squad comes in and takes care of that Inferno Tower, she makes it all the way to that reverse side, guys. And that takes a 59% attack damage to an 80 or a 70% chance, if not getting the 100%. So that's the difference between getting a 2-star and a potential 3-star at this level. Another thing, last video I talked about poisons. Dropping those poisons before he hits his queen's ability. If he drops down that queen, those poisons earlier, he might not even have to use his queen's ability, because she took out the defenses before dealing with the troops. Another option is bringing rage instead, but as you can see here, those healers are going down. He has now wasted his queen walk. Now, he did get the majority of what he wanted, but like I said, he didn't even complete his full funnel there. His troops could still walk on him, and they kind of do. But if he wall breakers in, he takes care of all that. She stays out of range of that Inferno Tower, and you don't got a problem. Alright, we're going to move on here. I don't want to let this video get too long. So we're going to look at number 9. which is again #1 Sun. So, like I said before, guys, this is going to be about queen walks and different stuff like that. So the reason why I'm showing this is, again, he's elected to bring those 4 healers and do a queen walk. But here's my problem with this. He decides to do it after he started his main attack. At that point in time, kind of pointless. So he decides to lure it out, and that's fine, but he used balloons, and he knows that there's most likely a Valkyrie, because that's what this clan was running with, was Valkyries. Another thing, poison. Making sure he drops that poison, because he got way more damage on that golem than he needed to. So right here, instead of using those, all of that stuff, instead of letting his golem take all of that damage, had he just started the queen walk like he did on his previous attack, that wouldn't have been a problem. Use that poison to lure him up to there, and then his queen could have simply continued to walk that way, or if she went that way, she goes that way. Either way, she's clearing out the path. Then the pathing on the other side is that much easier. It's just a thought, it's a preference. But when he's bringing miners like this, having started with the queen walk would have cleared out more of an area, meaning that his king would have gotten even further and cleared out more of an area. That's the difference between getting that 3-star and that Town Hall 10, and the Town Hall 10 having stepping down, that not hurting him as much, and him still getting the 3-star on a Town Hall 9. But, you know, obviously we want our Town Hall 10s to be able to 3-star Town Hall 10s. So making those little changes are what's going to do it for him. But stepping down and hitting a Town Hall 9, it's not going to hurt him as much. But those little changes are what's going to make the difference going up to Town Hall 10. And that's what this one's more about, is I want him to be able to get to that point where he's 3-starring the Town Hall 10, not coming down, stepping down, and hitting a Town Hall 9, and it being even a little bit sketchy on whether he's actually going to get it or not. But he does, and we'll go ahead and we'll finish watching this at 4 times. But guys, see, the point of this queen walk was a little bit more well-defined in this one. You know, she survives the whole entire raid, which when you do a queen walk, that's what you want. But very nice job there, Noska, and the 3 stars. Moving on, we're going to drop down 1 to number 10, and this is going to be Doc. So, starts out with golems here, and immediately drops his king and the bowlers. He has not created his funnel. He has dropping down wizards, and he does get the funnel kind of created well enough that his bowlers do go to the middle, but it was kind of sketchy, and this is one of the things I want to talk about, is just the timing. Honestly, I feel like he clears out this middle way too quickly, and you know, everything kind of does redirect back into the core, luckily for him. But see, right now, what is the first thing going into that base? It's his king, and that's a problem, because that means the queen is going to lock onto his king, meaning that he's going to be the one taking all the damage, and he's not doing the damage. Another thing, poisons, again, guys, like I said, you know where they're going to come in, drop that poison nice and early. So look, his king's already dead, and his king did nothing. Did take out the queen, but he could have gotten, with a level 20 king, he could have gotten that whole 2 compartments cleared out just with his king, had he waited on deploying his king and let the golem step in first. And guys, that's one of the things that will help you get that 3 stars instead of the 2 stars, is waiting to deploy that king on that last building that should be left in the middle, right after you've wall breakered in. Then you're dropping those CC bowlers and watching them all go into the middle right behind your golem, with your golem still tanking. That's what it's there for. You want it to tank, not your king. You want your king to slip in and start wrecking things before he even starts taking serious damage. Alright, so we're going to continue on and watch Mr. Jabu hitting 13. I try not to use any of the same videos I used before, so that way I'm not just pinpointing certain people. So again, he drops his king here, and what did I just say about not having your king take all the damage? Had he waited even 2 more seconds, this archer tower would have been attacking that instead of him. Had it just been that wizard, I wouldn't really say anything about it, but it's not. It's also a point defense, meaning he's going to go down super fast, meaning you've essentially wasted one of your biggest assets, which is your king. And when you're looking at 3-star attacks, that's the difference between getting a 3-star, like I've said several times now, and a 2-star. So now his king is looking at 3-point defenses, and he's just getting absolutely nuked. Good use of the poisons on this one, actually, but his king's already dead. So now what's going to kill his queen? The queen. Nothing. Also, misplacement on the jump spell, but that's a whole nother problem. We're just looking at the hero deployment. So on this one, that king was essentially wasted on this attack, because he died before he could even really do anything. You don't want your king to be used as a tank. You don't. Sometimes he serves that purpose, but that should not be his main purpose. So that's one of the reasons why I highlighted that one. Now we're going to move on down to 15, and we're going to watch Armor of God. Notice that I am trying to do some good and some bad here. So he is doing a, I always get this wrong, healer, giant healer, bowler, hogs. So GH, BH, yeah. Wow, it is amazing that I can never remember that. But here, everything's moved into that core, which is exactly what you want on this attack. And I'm going to go back and point out his hero deployment again here. So he's going to come in with those giants, with those healers on him, right? That's the first point of the attack. He's got the baby dragon down here, has created his funnel. Wizards up here. Soon as his giants break through, that is when he drops his king, his queen, and the bowlers. And the timing on that is excellent. Works really well. Gets everything into rage and a heal. But again, guys, look, he forgot his poisons. Soon as his, even before his giants broke through, I would have been dropping that poison. Guys, that poison lasts for a long time. And the poison doesn't need to kill the CC. It just needs to slow him down so that way your queen and your wizards can take care of it. But hero deployment on this was excellent. He waited, he let his tanks take care of business first, and that's what you want. So very nice job, Armor, with the hero deployment on that one. Put them right in the middle. There's only one way they're going to go. You didn't use them as tanks, so excellent job. The next one is number 23. And if I remember correctly, yep, this is Bet on Black. So this is going to be an air attack, guys. So anytime you're doing an air attack, what is the number one most important thing? Right there, the queen. Second, CC. Depending on what's in there, sometimes the CC doesn't matter at all. If it's a golem or a hound, forget about it. Not going to hurt you. If it's Valkyries, forget about it. Not going to hurt you. But the point of any air attack is you first have to take out that queen. Especially when doing dragons, it's a good thing to get rid of that queen quickly. He elects to bring 2 poisons and 2 quakes, no problem with that. But he hits this one and this one. If I had if I could have pointed this out to him, I would have actually hit probably this one and this one, and then brought my kill squad in right here, and I would have brought a kill squad with my heroes. And this is what I'm talking about, the use of your heroes. His heroes with just a simple minion right here to create a funnel on those two, and then a wizard here with a jump. Sorry, not with a jump, but with wall breakers. Or even just letting his king go. Yeah, he has the 4 wall breakers, with wall breakers right there on that junction, first punching through here, and then they go there, would allow his king to get in there, and his queen, take that out, and potentially that one. If he doesn't get that one, it's not that big a deal. But he should be able to get to that one easy enough. Coming with his dragons in from this area, they should sweep through that, no problem. So this is what I'm talking about. Using his heroes to get in here and kill that queen. Take care of that air sweeper as well. And potentially even get that air defense. I know he's only got level 10 king and a level 11 queen, but it can still be done. But the main part is that you want to get that queen. And that would also allow him to deal with the CC, which is extremely important. However, that is not what he does. So he's going to go ahead, he's going to Zap Quake. Those 2 air defenses, like I said previously. And he's going to deploy his dragons on that top side, closest to that 1 air defense, which, no problem with that. You want to come in closest to air defenses when you're doing this. But he elects to bring his kill squad over on this left side. And like I said, one of the most important things is getting rid of that queen. Yes, he's going to get that other air defense, but not until after it's actually already doing damage on his dragons, which at this point in time, you want to have avoided that. So the problem is you still got that queen up. Air defenses are taken care of, but the queen's still up with Max Tesla surrounding her. And you're going to see she's only level 5, but she's going to do some work here on these dragons. And sure enough, boom, she took 1 down almost by herself. She's distracting dragons, so they're getting absolutely nuked by those Teslas. It's just one of those things to think about what is going to be the plan for your heroes. He actually had a good plan. I would have started with his heroes and then actually done the dragons afterwards. So that way he could have seen what he needed. Maybe he saves those balloons for a little bit later on another side, and he can use them more to his advantage. And maybe actually he could have come in where the queen was, like I said, and Zap Quake one of the other ones with his kill squad, and it might have made a difference, or just maybe brought his dragons in where the queen was to begin with, and then use the balloons on the backside to help clean up the defenses that are left on the backside. So, like I said, you want to be optimizing how you use your heroes. Have a goal for them, know what you want to do with them, and then just do your best to execute it. But I hope this helps, guys. Just make sure that you're letting your tanks be your tanks, not your heroes. Have a point for your heroes, and use them as the asset they are. Don't waste them. If you're going to do a queen walk, make sure you know the goal of the queen walk, and make sure you're getting as much out of that as you can. So until next time, guys, keep getting better, and I'll see you.